Okay, we still got 3 minutes to go in the third quarter, so we got plenty of time. Let's just do a sound check here real quick. Okay, let me turn up my headset. All right, here we go. Crowd check, mic check, 1, 2. Mic check, John. Mic check against Mountain Crest. 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
When buying a vehicle, you want the process to be straightforward and the financing simple. At West Motor and West Motor Ford, that's exactly the way that you'll be treated. They also understand that accidents can happen and maintenance will be needed. When you find yourself in need of body and paint work, windshield repair, work under the hood, or under the vehicle, West Motor would love to help you out and earn your trust. Turn to West Motor and West Motor Ford in Preston and Hyde Park.
WestMotorCompany.com.
Step into a realm of beauty and sophistication at Day Mountain Ranch Home and Apothecary. Immerse yourself in the gentle radiance of our exquisite and popular candles, filling your home with captivating fragrances that embrace the senses. Bring refined tranquility into your home and elevate your connection to harmony through our exquisite decor, all while staying here in Franklin County. Elevate your living space with the allure of Day Mountain Ranch Home and Apothecary. Visit us today on 10th North Main Street in downtown Preston.
In 1996, my father, Jay Moyle, started producing gourmet beef jerky in the foothills of Clifton, Idaho. Now, over 20 years later, Papa Jay's beef jerky is a staple of the Franklin County community. Family run since the beginning, the modern way of making jerky here at Papa Jay's is the old-fashioned way. Absolutely no shortcuts are taken in producing the finest quality and most delicious smoked meat you can find. Come over to Papa Jay's and bite into a tender, flavorful stick of Papa Jay's, and your view of jerky will never be the same. 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
It's time to meet tonight's starting lineup for the Preston Indians. The starting lineup is brought to you by Web It's time for more great local high school sports action. We'll join the My Local Radio Sports Network coming up in 20 seconds from Mark. Everything is set. We're ready for another great sports broadcast on the My Local Radio Sports Network. Coming up in 10 seconds from Mark. Enjoy what should be another great broadcast coming up in 5 seconds from Mark. The following is a wholly owned production of Cook Brothers Broadcasting. It's time for Preston Indian Sports. This game is a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on mylocalradio.com. This is the Polar Bear Pregame Show. Coming up, we'll have details on the upcoming game. We'll visit with the coach, and we'll look at the other games going on around the area. It's all on the Polar Bear Pregame Show. The Polar Bear is back and better than ever. Grab some for lunch today or stop by after the game. Polar Bear Burgers and Shakes on State Street at the south end of the city of Preston. Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome back here to Preston Gym, as tonight the Preston Indians will play host to the Mountain Crest Mustangs. The Indians, who come into the game tonight with a 7-3 record, play host to the Mustangs, who are 8-2 and off to a great start this year, something they haven't done very often, but they are off to a very good start as about 39 seconds or so left here in the JV game, with the JV leading by 13 points. The freshmen losing earlier in the day against the Mustangs from Mountain Crest. So for the Indians, today is the official midway point of the season, game number 11 of their 21-game season, and it's going to also start what will be a very busy week for them coming up next week. We'll talk more about that coming up in just a little bit. Lyle Fuller will join me here in just a few minutes as well as we talk more about the game in a segment that's brought to you by North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. We'll get to that as we continue right after this timeout on a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian basketball on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Are you looking to buy or sell a home but confused where to even begin the process? Come to the most trusted and longest established real estate group in Franklin County with Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team.
We've been a proud part of this community since 1979 when my dad, Scott Beckstead, began here in Preston. Since our founding, we've come to know the importance of honesty and promoting a community of giving back. Contact me, Bailey Beckstead, and our team at Beckstead Real Estate for all your real estate needs, buying, selling, or renting.
Crumble Cookies, the nation's fastest growing cookie company, is here in the Cache Valley, offering freshly baked cookies for carryout, delivery, or curbside pickup. Just download the Crumble app or visit their website.
If you haven't been to Woodward's Country Store lately, you are missing out. As proud supporters of Westside and Preston High School athletics, we're here to fuel your day and support our wonderful community. Fill up your tank, grab a delicious sandwich, and get everything you need for life's little adventures. Woodward's Country Store, where convenience meets quality and community spirit.
Our coverage of Preston Lady Indians basketball continues next week with a pair of games. Wednesday night, the Lady Indians will open conference play when the Lady Thunder from Pocatello come to Preston Gym. Then on Friday night, it's another home game, this time against the Highland Lady Rams. The Polar Bear pregame show for both these games will start about 7 p.m. with the tip-off at 7:30. Preston Sports are brought to you by Bailey Beckstead Real Estate, Day Mountain Ranch, West Motors, Franklin County Medical Center, S&T Electric, and Stokes Market True Value. Catch the action on FM 105.5, AM 1340 KACH, and on mylocalradio.com, your home for Preston Sports.
105.5 FM KACH.
I'm Dan Keller, Mayor of Preston, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Jay Butters with Alta Bank, and we are Preston Proud, Idaho Strong.
Hi, this is Lyle Fuller with the Fuller & Fuller Law Firm, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Larry Morrison with Evergreen Financial Partners. We are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
105.5 KACH. We're Preston proud, Idaho strong, serving Franklin County and beyond.
Since 2005, North Star's Ultimate Outdoors has been Cache Valley's source for fun and adventure. It's here you can find the biggest selection of snowmobiles, ATVs, utility vehicles, and handheld power equipment from the brand names you know, such as Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. The professionally trained staff at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors of Preston has what it takes to get you out on the nation's leading brands. The best deals in the best town. North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts. 777 North State Street, Preston.
And welcome back here to Preston Gym tonight as the Polar Bear pregame show continues. Time to take a look at the news and notes about tonight's game and things that are going on with the Preston Indians. This segment brought to you by North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors on State Street at the north end of the city of Preston. Lyle Fuller joins me here on the broadcast. John Slaughter is our stage manager here tonight, and John Beverly back in the studio is our studio coordinator tonight as well. Lyle, for the Indians, they come in having picked up a nice win against Logan. It seems like it's been almost a week though since we've been in that game.
Yeah, before the Christmas break, the Indians went down to Logan and picked up a nice win. Of course, Logan is one of the competitors in Mountain Crest District, and that's a very good district of basketball this year on the boys' side. But as you see our JV, well, you can't see the score, but the JV is up 9 as the JV game is about to end. The Mountain Crest program as a whole, if our fans remember from a few years ago, was really struggling. They've really turned that around under head coach Chandler Smith, and they come in here with an 8-2 record, including, I was just looking at their schedule, Dan, they have a 54-42 win over Twin Falls already on their schedule. So that's a probably common opponent that we'll see this year. So, Mountain Crest is much improved from where they were a few years ago. And I expect this game will be fun and a close battle tonight.
Yeah, their 2 losses this year have come against Clearfield and against Wasatch. I don't know very much about those teams down in the central Utah area. But judging by the way that this Mountain Crest team has put their season together so far, those have to be pretty good teams because Mountain Crest is off to a great start.
Yeah, they're really showing a lot of improvement. You know, they've played younger guys the last few years, and they're trying to now reap the benefit of that. A little bit like the Eagle team that we saw over in Boise that had played a lot of freshmen and sophomores. Those guys have matured a year or two now, and they've got a lot of varsity experience. So, yeah, this Mountain Crest team comes in with some good size. And they play tough, hard-nosed defense and try to kind of grind you down. It should be an interesting, hard-fought battle for the Indians to deal with their physicality and tough defense.
For Preston, they come in 7-3 through 10 games. But look at the 3 losses they have. We talked about this the other night in Logan. They've lost to 2 5A schools and the 2-time defending state champions, so they're not doing too bad.
Yeah, no shame in any of those losses. Eagles ranked in the top 5 in 5A, Capitals getting votes, and of course Hillcrest, the defending 4A champ. But you know, for this point in the season, it's a long non-conference when you have a 3-team district. But they just want to keep getting better, the Indians, and improving every night, getting these younger guys some additional varsity experience, and it's just one more hill to climb tonight that should give them good experience.
For Preston, of course, who had a little bit of trouble closing out the close games, but they're able to finally do that against Logan in a game that went back and forth the entire game, and Preston able to finish the game on a 7-0 run and win the game 62-56.
Yeah, you know, I think the coaching staff was really encouraged by that, how the team took a step forward and really closed out the game a lot better. And Logan, that was a close game. The score was a little deceptive. That was a close game throughout. Good to see the Indians put that one away.
So for the Indians, they get ready for this game here tonight against the Mountain Crest Mustangs. As we'll take a timeout, when we come back, we'll catch up with Coach Jones, see how he's doing after the Christmas break, and talk about this team and about tonight's game. As we'll talk to the coach, the Coach's Corner brought to you by Evergreen Financial. When planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial here in Preston, and now with an office in Pocatello as well. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back This is a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Group presentation of Preston Indian basketball on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
When you think of a medical center's vital signs, you think of a monitor beeping. Today, Franklin County Medical Center is sharing a new set of vital signs. They're the vital signs of a growing hospital. Our new medical office building is now home to the care you depend on. You'll visit us here for primary, specialty, and walk-in care. Franklin County Medical Center has been a vital part of the region's healthcare since 1929, right in your neighborhood.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
And welcome back to the Polar Bear pregame show as we sit down with Coach Tyler Jones here before we get started with the Mustangs here this afternoon or this evening here at Preston Gym. It's nice to finally get back on the gym. It's only your second game now in about 10 or 11 days.
Yeah, seems like we've been playing a lot, and then, we had that Logan game and then a little break here for Christmas. So excited to get back at it. We hit the ground running again tonight, home game, and then next week 3 games, and then we get into the conference slate. So we need that momentum right now.
You mentioned next week gets really busy again with 3 games, just one of them here. Then you have to get ready to go out on the road. But this is not a team in Mountain Crest you can afford to look past.
No, they're 8-2 right now and have some really good wins. Coach Smith's done a good job there building their program. Each year they've gotten better, and they have a bunch of seniors this year. They start 5 seniors, and a lot of them have been on the varsity the last 3 years, and they're a good team. They're going to be a tough match tonight, and we're going to have to bring our A effort tonight.
They have a lot of good size too. I know they have 2 guys that are 6'6", 2 guys that are 6'4", another guy that's 6'3". They're going to bring it inside.
Yeah, it seems like every team we play has the length and size this year. A lot of big kids, but their best player is 6'6" post Hess. Averages about 17 a game, and then the other big is 6'6" too, so they got a lot of size, and then their guards are big. So they play good defense. They're tough man-to-man, and they can all shoot it and drive it. So they're going to cause us some problems.
Let's look back at that game at Logan. Here, your last game, you were on the floor. A good win. You really came back and stepped it up in the fourth quarter and ended the game on a 7-0 run.
Yeah, that's one thing that this group, we've been in a lot of games, late against some really good teams, and we haven't found a way to finish. And I thought at Logan we were able to finish a game finally. They made some runs, but every time they did, we battled back and answered. And you like that. Good sign of our team finishing a game, growing, and getting better, and that's what you like to see.
I know you have to take the games the way they're scheduled, but they're coming here in bunches. 3 games this week, 3 games, they've just kind of fallen that way. And all of a sudden, you're turning the corner now. This is the midway point of the season.
Yeah, yep. After tonight, we'll have played 11 and only have 10 left before the district tournament. So it's time now. You got to step it up as we get ready for conference play here before too long, and we need that momentum. Right now tonight, home game, and then next Tuesday home, and then we're on the road 4 in a row, 6 out of 8. So Right now, it's really important to get that momentum, and you want to just keep building it. And tonight, we have an opportunity to do that here at home.
How was practice during the break?
So we have a moratorium, the 5th district, so we have to take 4 days off. So the kids were able to get rested up. Our first day back was a little rough. You could tell they'd been on the couch and staying up late and eating a lot. But yesterday was better, and today we had shoot around, walk through, and I think they're antsy and ready to get going again. So it should be fun, and hopefully we can get out. I think we can run on them, and I think our defense tonight, if we can pressure to get us some easy baskets, would be big.
This is a team in Mountain Crest tonight that we've had good success with over the last 6 or 7 years. But last year, just a 2-point game at their place, they played really tough.
Yeah, last year we went right down to the wire. We were able to sneak one out down there, and I expect another game like that tonight. It should be a tight game, 2 good teams.
Best of luck.
All right, thank you.
That's Coach Tyler Jones with us here on the Polar Bear pregame show. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with more right after this.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
All right, welcome back here to the Polar Bear pregame show. Lyle, I know you're looking at the numbers right now. As we talked about with Coach Jones, we've had great success against this team, but it was a 2-point game last year at their place.
Yeah, that trend line is certainly going that way, and as you've done some good research on that, Dan, it looks like in the last 6 times these two teams have met, Preston's won all 6. Average margin of victory about 20 points, but just a 2-point win last year. And, of course, Mountain Crest probably even better this year than they were last year. So, as Coach Jones mentioned in that opening interview, I think this will be a close battle. It'll come down to probably rebounding and turnovers. If we can pressure them and get out and run, get some easy baskets in transition, that helps you a lot because Mountain Crest plays that just tough, hard-nosed man-to-man defense. If you let their defense get set up, it just makes it more difficult to score on them in the half court.
They have good experience. They start 5 seniors. They have 2 guys that are 6'6" in the lineup. The onus inside really has to fall on Titan Knapp tonight.
Yeah, Knapp's got to be strong both on the offensive side of the ball in terms of setting good picks, establishing good post position, and then holding good post position on defense, especially trying to match up against Hess, their 6'6" post, who's their leading scorer coming into the game.
Well, let's take another time out here on the pregame show. We'll come back. We'll look at other games going on around the area tonight. 3 big tournaments taking place this weekend. We'll look more at those as we continue on the My Local Radio Sports Network. We'll be right back.
At Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, we aren't just protecting things with walls and wheels. We're protecting people, because everything and everyone that is important to you is important to us. This is Brittany and Braden Smith, your local Farm Bureau agents, celebrating another wonderful year here in Franklin County as your trusted insurance advisors. Whether it's home, auto, life, commercial, or farm insurance, we are here for you. Give us a call at 208-852-2364 or just stop by our office at 33 South 1st East in Preston to see how we can make insurance simple for you.
Looking for unique ideas to promote your business? How about something for that special gift, celebration, team sport, vacation, or family outing? DeMarie's Vinyl Designs can design and produce items for any occasion, male or female, with the highest quality merchandise and procedures that will not fade, peel, or wear out. Check out her store on Etsy at etsy.com/shop/DeMarie's Vinyl Designs.
Hi, my name is Penny Wright, and I am your local Medicare agent. Medicare annual open enrollment starts October 15th and ends December 7th. Call me at 208-852-2367 for a no-cost one-on-one consultation in your home, or come visit me at Larry's Pharmacy in Preston.
We all have those times in life where having insurance has been a great comfort in helping to make a bad situation better. Naylor Insurance takes pride in being that friend there to help you when you need it the most. Serving the community since 1978, Naylor Insurance is proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your insurance needs. Stop by our new location, 223 North State Street in Preston.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
It's time for Preston High School Sports. Today's game is brought to you by Beckstead Real Estate, the real estate experts for Franklin County and beyond. Day Mountain Ranch. Relax, retreat, recharge. Crumble Cookies, bringing friends and family together over the world's best cookies. Magnolia Road. Ladies, stop in and update your wardrobe today. Puppy Steps Training, Northern Utah and Southern Idaho's premier board and puppy training facility since 2011. Butterfly Express Essential Oils in Clifton, where quality doesn't have to be expensive. West Motors, your only stop for newer used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meat and produce in Preston. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. I Care for You, not just a name, but a commitment. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. We have all the parts you need to keep your car running strong. Naylor Insurance, your local agent for home, health, life, and auto. North Stars Ultimate Outdoors. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Stars Ultimate Outdoors in Preston. Evergreen Financial Partners. When planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston and now in Pocatello. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today. Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. And by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. This broadcast is made possible through an agreement of Preston Broadcasting LLC and Preston High School, and is a production of Preston Broadcasting LLC. This game is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or reproduction of this broadcast without express written consent of Old West Media is strictly prohibited.
And once again, welcome back here to Preston Gym, as tonight the Preston Indians get ready to take on the Mountain Crest Mustangs. Two teams are almost identical records, as Preston comes in at 7-3 and the Mustangs are 8-2 overall on the year. Makes for a very interesting matchup tonight, Lyle.
Yeah, the Mountain Crest Mustangs, they sometimes struggle to score quite as many points, so I think if the Indians can run their offense, set good screens, and take care of the ball against that tough man-to-man pressure, if they can get scoring up in the mid-60s, that certainly bodes well for them to get a win. on the other side of things, try to stay in front of your man and then rebound. And I think the Indians will be okay if they can do those two things. As we talked about a minute ago, Mountain Crest has good size. People are going to have to box out. You can't just rely on being able to jump and get the ball. You got to go box out your guy.
Right. So that's be an interesting matchup tonight for the Indians very much. There are 3 very big tournaments going on, 2 of them here within the state. One of them is up in the Panhandle, the Vista tournament, which Rocky Mountain, Kendrick, Lapway, Lewiston, and Moscow are all participating in. The other big one is over here on the east side, around the Idaho Falls area, being played at several high schools, and it seems like half the state is playing in that one. Emmett, Meridian, Canyon Ridge, Snake River, Sugar Salem, Filer, Highland, Bonneville, Century, Madison, Timberline, Boise, Lakeland, Rigby, and Skyline all participating in that tournament.
Yeah, I think it's great. They've put together a nice tournament. Obviously, you said they have to play it at several high schools. They have so many schools coming, but it's fun to see and to get a chance to see teams from different parts of the state. Of course, we had another great tournament here in mid-December with the Preston Indian Classic. That's another one of those great tournaments, but it's fun to get to see a lot of basketball even before the new year turns.
The other tournament that's going on is happening in Southern California. It's the Classic at Damien High School. They're in the Southern California area, kind of the area where I grew up, so I'm very familiar with Damien High School. Hillcrest, Valley View, and Ahwahnee are all playing in that tournament, which brings in some of the best teams from around not only the state of California, but around the country.
Yeah, that's a premier tournament. I know Owyhee's been there the last couple of years. I'm not sure about Hillcrest, but yeah, that's a great one as well. And I think it's good exposure for Idaho's kids and the Idaho programs as they try to get the eyeballs of recruiters and college coaches.
So those will look at other games going on tonight. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. The starting lineups and the opening tip for tonight's game are on the way next here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
When buying a vehicle, you want the process to be straightforward and the financing simple. At West Motor and West Motor Ford, that's exactly the way that you'll be treated. They also understand that accidents can happen and maintenance will be needed. When you find yourself in need of body and paint work, windshield repair, work under the hood, or under the vehicle, West Motor would love to help you out and earn your trust. Turn to West Motor and West Motor Ford in Preston and Hyde Park.
WestMotorCompany.com. Step into a realm of beauty and sophistication at Day Mountain Ranch Home and Apothecary. Immerse yourself in the gentle radiance of our exquisite and popular candles, filling your home with captivating fragrances that embrace the senses. Bring refined tranquility into your home and elevate your connection to harmony through our exquisite decor, all while staying here in Franklin County. Elevate your living space with the allure of Day Mountain Ranch Home and Apothecary. Visit us today on 10th North Main Street in downtown Preston.
In 1996, my father, Jay Moyle, started producing gourmet beef jerky in the foothills of Clifton, Idaho. Now, over 20 years later, Papa Jay's beef jerky is a staple of the Franklin County community. Family run since the beginning, the modern way of making jerky here at Papa Jay's is the old-fashioned way. Absolutely no shortcuts are taken in producing the finest quality and most delicious smoked meat you can find. Come over to Papa Jay's and bite into a tender, flavorful stick of Papa Jay's, and your view of jerky will never be the same. 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
It's time to meet tonight's starting lineup for the Preston Indians. The starting lineup is brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
Drew Jones, Sr., Preston, Idaho.
Cruz Harris, Jr., Preston, Idaho. Reggie Larson, Jr., Preston, Idaho.
Kason Bryce, Sophomore, Preston, Idaho.
Jake Schumann, Jr., Treasurton, Idaho.
Titan Knapp, Sr., Preston, Idaho.
Coulter Moffitt, Sr., Whitney, Idaho.
Carson Winder, Sr., Weston, Idaho.
To find out how Webb Funeral Home can be of service to you in your time of need, call 208-852-0533 or check out their website at webbmortuary.com.
Whether you're an athlete looking to treat strained or sore muscles, a multitasking mom seeking balance, or just looking to boost your mood and nutrition, Butterfly Express is here for you. Experience the soothing scents and holistic benefits that cater to both your body and mind with our wide selection of essential oils, herbs, and supplements. And the best part is, unlike other big brand companies, Butterfly Express is affordable and local. Visit us in Clifton or explore our collection online at butterflyexpress.shop and use the promo code KACH10 for 10% off all regularly priced items. Quality doesn't have to be expensive. Butterfly Express Essential Oils.
Folks have many reasons to visit Casper, Wyoming every year, whether it's work, high school sports and activities, a romantic getaway, or business meetings. The best place to stay when you're in Casper is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. A beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, a pool, fitness center, and a fabulous indoor atrium. You can also reserve meeting rooms for your next event, and each stay includes an extended continental breakfast. Reserve your rooms today at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. Call 307-472-6300.
All right, we're about ready to play basketball here. You've heard the starting lineup for the Indians. It's the same lineup they've had all year. Tonight it'll be Joshua Arnell starting for the Mustangs, a 6'1 senior. Rigdon Anderson, a 6'1 senior, will also start tonight. Then you get into the big boys, as it'll be Jackson Murray, a 6'6 senior. Caden Hess, another 6'6 senior. And then Joseph Hunsaker, who had 16 points last year in this game against Preston. He'll start tonight. He is a 6'2 senior for the Mustangs out of Mountain Crest. Get this, Lyle. This is through 10 games this year. They have had 18 different guys record minutes in a game at the varsity level.
I don't know that I've ever heard of that many. I mean, maybe there's some blowouts and so forth, but that's still a lot of guys to record minutes.
And their bench is like standing room only. And they dress about half the student body and are underway. The Indians control the opening tap. Jones looks down the right side, throws it down low, get it down low to Harris on the right block. Wants to turn inside, spins on Hunsaker off the glass, gets a soft roll. 2-0 Indians as Harris gets the first points, and the Indians show full court press right off jump. As it comes to Anderson. Anderson gets it up in the front court as it comes there to Arnell. Arnell will give it back to Anderson. Wants to direct traffic a little bit, waiting for guys to come across the floor. Waiting for cutters to come through. Nice little backdoor look as it comes down low to Hunsaker. Off the glass, needs a bounce, won't get it. Up high, it's Schumann to grab the rebound. Comes back the other way. Almost lost it, had to slow down for a moment to pick it up. Goes down to the corner. Larson gives it to Jones. Need a big stroke from him tonight as he drills the three on his first touch.
Yeah, great to see him get off to a good start. Deep corner three. Oh, almost had a steal, right?
Hunsaker up into the front court. Left corner three. That's no good. On the shot put up there by Arnell. Coming back quickly, back the other way. It comes back to Larson. He'll try a three. That's no good. As Knapp almost had the rebound inside, knocked it away. And it'll come back over to the Mustangs.
Yeah, good look for Larson, the leading scorer for the Indians, with a wide open three. Just didn't quite fall.
Interesting that their leading scorer hasn't got a touch yet tonight, as it's knocked away from behind, taken away by Knapp. As it comes up into the front court, comes back to Schumann, wants to drive in the paint, put it up too strong. Knapp's got the rebound, and we got a held ball. That's going to go back over to the Mustangs on the alternating possession rule. Their leading scorer is Caden Knapp, averaging 17 points a game, has reached double figures 8 out of the 10 games so far this year.
Yeah, the Indians obviously feel like they have an advantage if they pressure. There's Hess, and he scores it from Mountain Crest.
Anderson down low to Hess, and Hess gets the little layup, gets on the board. Hess has reached 22 points in 2 different games this year for a high water mark for himself. Schumann looks up top, almost gets knocked off balance, and he gets it to Jones. Free throw line extended left. Drew down the middle, spins, puts it up left-handed. That's going to be an air ball taken away there by the Mustangs. Quickly up to Arnell, all the way, lay it up and in. Arnell was one of 2 guys on the team that averages in double figures. Hess being the other. Arnell averaging 10.9 a game, gets on the board, and it's 5-4. Preston leads 2.5 minutes into the first quarter. As it comes back up top to Larson. He holds there. Crossover dribble and then runs in right into Anderson, and Anderson's going to get a call for the foul.
We're seeing that man-to-man defense. Preston trying to do a lot of high screen and rolls right off the top of the game to see if they can soften that up.
So Rigdon Anderson, a 6'1 senior, called for the foul. That's his first foul against either side here in the first quarter. Jones gives it off to Harris. Harris wants to spin and go baseline. Nice move, high off the glass as he got it around Murray and then over Hess.
Yeah, that's just Harris being a tough matchup at 6'3 and strong. He's quicker than their posts are going to be.
Up into the front court as the pass back outside is taken away by Larson. Larson again back down low, get it to Harris. Inside Knapp, fumbled it, able to put it up and in. Need a big game out of Knapp tonight, and Jones takes away the inbound pass and gets the layup. 2 quick baskets by the Indians, and Mountain Crest needs a timeout. 4:46 to play here in the first quarter. Mountain Crest calls a timeout. Timeout brought to you by Magnolia Road. Ladies, don't forget to go to Magnolia Road and you can improve your look today. You'll find them at 12 North State Street in Preston.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
KACH.
First quarter of tonight's game brought to you by Northern Title. Call them, find out how they can do a good deed for you at 208-852-5700. 11-4, Preston leads. 4:40 to play here in the first quarter. As up into the front court, they lay it off over in the corner as it comes to Hess in the right corner. Hess wants to drive, gets tied up, and the Indians are going to take the ball away again as they get it on the alternating possession rule, going back the other way.
Great job by Jones. He came down and doubled that post, caused the tie-up.
So Jones back up into the front court here for the Indians. 11-4 Preston, off to a very quick start here in the opening quarter. Back down low to Harris on the right block. Turns inside, bangs into Hunsaker a couple of times, then goes up and over him off the glass. Harris has 6, and it's 13-4. Double pressure, a little pressure on the ball as they get it off to Hunsaker, who's able to drive and get an easy layup as they beat that little double team along the sideline.
Hunsaker, Dan, has been playing significant varsity since he was a freshman, and it's a little surprising he's not one of their double-digit scorers on the year.
Jones has it in the front court. Larson pops out to get it. Now to Harris, top of the key. Back over to Jones on the right side. Drew kind of dribbles in traffic a little bit. Now he'll bring it back across the top of the key, and he'll back it back out. 8 seconds to shoot. Jones has to come around. Hunsaker popped out on him. Long three is no good. Knapp with the inside rebound, and the reverse layup is good. Titan Knapp. Boy, we need a big one out of him tonight.
Yeah, great start for Knapp.
Got 4 quick points here in the first quarter. As it comes back outside, back to Hunsaker, swing it back over onto the right side to Anderson, who will bring it back out top. Anderson gives it back to Hunsaker. Free throw line extended left. Back now to Murray. Back to Anderson, top of the key. Swing it back over again down in the corner. As drive the baselines, Murray gets cut off, goes back to Hess. Nice little drop step move and gets to the easy layup.
Yeah, a little reminiscent of Cruz Harris there with that post footwork and drop step.
15-8, 2:45 to play here in the first quarter.
Now we see a zone for the first time out of Mountain Crest.
Schumann up top. Bounces it back to Knapp at the free throw line. Gives it back to Schumann. Down through the paint. Little right-hand floater is in. Jake Schumann gets on the board. It's 17-8. And we're going to have our first replacements coming in here for the Indians as Winder and Moffitt will be in when the play's dead. Comes back out top again to Anderson. Anderson tries to penetrate, then has to pull the ball back out. Comes back to Arnell. Swing it back to Hunsaker. Down along the right baseline. Tries to go up. Nice play by Larson. Got a piece of it and knocked it down. Schumann picks it out of midair. Brings it back up into the front court. All the way. Lay it up and in. And a foul.
Tough drive. Beautiful finish there in traffic.
Anderson's going to draw the foul. That'll be his second. And just 2 against the Mustangs here in the quarter. But Preston hasn't had one called against them yet.
Yeah, Schumann that time by finishing strong with his right hand, even though he was on the left side, drew that foul strong enough to finish up through the contact.
Mason Smith into the game, the 5'10 sophomore, as Schumann able to hit the free throw to complete the 3-point play. He's got 5, and it's 20-8. Preston leads by a dozen here in the first quarter. As full court pressure, and Schumann looks like he's going to get called for a reach.
Or Harris?
Nope, they're going to call on Harris.
Harris, yeah.
So Harris from behind gets called for the foul. That's the first foul against the Indians here in the quarter with 1:50 to play. So the ball being come in out of bounds over on the far sideline as it comes into the Mustangs as Mason Smith brings it to the top of the key. Thing about these Utah teams that we saw against Logan, Lyle, is they don't have any restrictions as far as minutes in a quarter as Hunsaker hits a 3.
Yeah, we will see guys that played a lot of JV minutes will get in minutes here for varsity as well.
It's part of the reason why they have 18 different guys that have played at the varsity level already. Winder driving, lay it up, and can't get the roll down. And then Harris, a little bit out of control, trying to go for the offensive rebound, hit Hess across the back of the head with a forearm. Inadvertently.
Yeah, I like that aggressive going after the offensive rebound, but an easy call for the ref. Unfortunately, that's 2 for Cruz, so he'll have to sit. Reggie Larson back in.
Well, Larson comes back in. Harris goes to the bench. You're wearing number 4 tonight. That's the unlucky number. Anderson with 2 fouls and Cruz Harris with 2 fouls.
Exactly.
They get it up in the front court. Smith tries to bounce it down low. That goes off the foot of Drew Jones. And it goes out of bounds. 27 seconds on the shot clock. 1:12 left in the quarter. Preston up by 9 inside. Hess gets the ball amongst the big guys and able to put it in.
Yeah, Winder trying to defend but giving up about 4 inches there.
Jones up into the front court for the Indians. On the right side to Larson. Back down low. Schumann at the right block. No, nice drop step move and gets Hess up in the air. And then Schumann collects his 7th point of the quarter. 22-13, 45 seconds left in the quarter. Preston takes it away. Is Winder able to come out of the crowd with it? All the way up the floor. Larson, a 3 from the left corner. Good again.
Yeah, Winder had him all the way from half court, and he delivered the pass right on the money.
So Larson with his first points, able to drill the 3. 25-13, 25 seconds left in the quarter. Down low, Hess on the baseline. They reach in and knock it away, and
foul?
They're going to say it was off of a Preston player.
Or no,
nope, it's going to be a foul. It's going to foul a call on Winder. His first, 3rd on the team, but just 21 seconds to play in the quarter. As they get it in, Hunsaker dribbles it back out to the left corner, now gives it off to Arnell, who holds it outside. They'll work for the last shot as the shot clock winds down to 11 seconds left here in the quarter. Hess at the right elbow, kick it back in the corner. Smith for a 3. Needs a bank, won't get it. Needs a bounce, won't get it. As it comes back to Schumann with 1. Winder lets it go from midcourt, and it almost went in. It tickled the twine on the way by. But Preston with a nice first quarter, and they lead by 12 going to the second quarter. 25-13 the score. We'll go to the second coming back right after this. It's the Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Group presentation of Preston Indian basketball on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
The greatest of life's moments can pass in the blink of an eye. Make sure you enjoy them with clear vision. The optometrists at Eye Care For You have been serving patients in Cache Valley and Preston for 43 years. As a full-service optical store, you'll find glasses, contacts, and professional eye health and vision exams. Doctors Philip Cromwell, Jeff Cromwell, and Lance Henderson are committed to providing you with professional care for your vision. Call today to schedule an appointment in Preston or Logan. Eye Care For You. Not just a name, but a commitment.
There's no better family activity than a night out at the movies. Worm Creek Opera House Theater on State Street in Preston is your local home for first-run family movies. The historic theater offers top-flight comfort, the coolest refreshments, and quality entertainment, all at family prices. Stop by the Worm Creek Opera House at 70 South State Street in downtown Preston. For tickets, show times, and a list of upcoming attractions, go to wormcreek.org.
Mountain Crest starts the quarter with the ball. As they get it down low, Hess turns at the baseline. Layup no good. Winder pulls down the rebound. Pushes back up into the front court as he gives it off to Kason Bryce. Three-pointer by Larson, no good. Winder chases down another rebound and gets it back to Jones again. Preston leading by 12 as we start the second quarter.
Larson
Bryce.
Winder doing work, Dan, both ends of the floor.
Larson drives the baseline, down low to Moffitt. Moffitt turns in a crowd, can't get a shot. Down low to Bryce. He can't get that one to go down as the ball comes back outside, back to Smith. Here come the Mustangs again, back the other way. As it comes back to Mason Smith. Hunsaker down the middle, lays it off, bad pass, taken away as Moffitt comes away with it. Ahead to Larson. Larson spins, nope, give it back outside to Coulter Moffitt for a three. High bounce, tapped once, and is going to go out of bounds off of who? It's going to stay with the Indians.
Winder again battling.
Nope, now he changed his mind, said it's the other way.
Well, maybe the ref came in and changed it. I didn't see that one. But.
Hey, in case you're interested in going to see a movie this weekend, playing at the Worm Creek is Next Goal Wins, rated PG-13. Starts tonight through New Year's Day. So check out their website for ticket information and showtimes at wormcreek.org. Down low, back into Hess. Down on the block, almost ran over Bryce, but he gets the hoop.
Yeah, Winder doing his best down there. He just gives up a lot of size. Credit Mountain Crest. They've gone to Hess every single time Winder's been guarding him.
10-point game, minute and a half into quarter number two. Preston with a lead. They get it back outside, back to Bryce. Back to Jones in the left corner. Dribbles it out of the corner, back out top to Bryce. Swing it back over to Moffitt. Nice move, gets the man to poke at it. As he puts it up off the glass, that's no good. It won't go down. Murray has the rebound. He'll go back to Smith. Back to Murray up into the front court. Murray drives. Crossover dribble. He'll give it back to Hunsaker on the right side. Back out top is Arnell. Fakes the shot. Now wants to drive. Left-hand layup is no good. Hess has the rebound again, and he's fouled trying to go up. Moffitt was there, and Moffitt will get charged for the foul. That'll be his first on the Indians here in the quarter as well, as tonight's game is brought to you by Polar Bear Restaurant. Polar Bear is back and better than ever. Stop by for a lunch sometime or even stop by after the game tonight. You'll find them on State Street at the south end of the city of Preston as the first free throw by Hess is no good.
The Indians come back with Knapp as Hess has been having his way under the boards here.
Hess, the second free throw, he'll make that. He has 9 here in the first half. Averages 17 a game. 25-16, Preston's lead is down to 9. 5:50 to play here in the first half. Jones for 3, no good. As it comes back out, nice rebound by Larson, comes back to Jones. Jones tries to throw it down low, across the key to Schumann, tapped up in the air, still loose as Mason Smith finally able to pick up the loose ball. He comes up and into the front court under the harassment there of Schumann. Able to stop, top of the key, give it back to Hess. Wants to drive on Knapp. Knapp lays into him once, and then Hess able to return the bump. He gets it back. Give it back to Schumann, to Hunsaker. His two-pointer is no good. Larson has that rebound for the Indians as he takes a little bit of a shot from behind. No call on the reach around by Arnell. As it comes back over in the corner to Bryce. Bryce tries to give it out of the corner, but Mason Smith got a hand on that chest pass and knocked it out of bounds.
Yeah, that substitution played immediate dividends for the Indians. Knapp able to hold his ground and not let Hess score over him on that last trip down the floor.
5:04 to play here in the first half. Jones back to Bryce. Back to Jones again. Free throw line extended left, comes back to Larson in the left corner. Three-pointer from there is good again. Larson's got 6. He leads the team in scoring at 16.5 a game. 28-16, back to a 12-point lead. as the shot is going to be blocked by Knapp rather, and out of bounds. 4:39 to play here in the first half. Mustangs have the ball front court underneath their own basket. Looking, and can't get it in. Now they finally do, as they get it into Hunsaker out by the timeline. Brings it back up into the left elbow. Now kick it back over on the right side, back to Anderson. Anderson stops at the right elbow. Wants to bounce it down low to Nicholas Dimitrov into the game, as the three-pointer from the outside is no good. Bryce skies to grab the rebound. He'll push it back up into the front court. Stops at the top of the key, gives it off to Schumann. Schumann tries to drive, as we got guys all over the floor wrestling for the ball, as we got a timeout called by Mountain Crest, I do believe. With 4:11 to play, Jones wanted a timeout. I don't think the coach heard him, or the official heard him. 28-16, Preston leads, 4:11 to play here in the first half. Timeout brought to you by Magnolia Road. Don't forget, now is the time to stop in, ladies, and update your look. At Magnolia Road, you'll find them at 12 North State Street in downtown Preston. This is the Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Group presentation of Preston Indian basketball on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Whether you're an athlete looking to treat strained or sore muscles, a multitasking mom seeking balance, or just looking to boost your mood and nutrition, Butterfly Express is here for you. Experience the soothing scents and holistic benefits that cater to both your body and mind with our wide selection of essential oils, herbs, and supplements. And the best part is, unlike other big brand companies, Butterfly Express is affordable and local. Visit us in Clifton or explore our collection online at butterflyexpress.shop and use the promo code KACH10 for 10% off all regularly priced items. Quality doesn't have to be expensive. Butterfly Express Essential Oils.
You know, it seems strange to say, Lyle, but after tonight, Preston will have only 3 home games left in the season.
Yeah, and obviously you want to host them in the district tournament if you can. But, 3 regular season home games left. Yep. That's a lot of road warrior.
We'll have 1 against Blackfoot, 1 against Pocatello, and 1 against Century in the district play. As the ball pops loose, comes down low to Parker Andrus. And you're going to get a call down low on the ball, as the foul's going to be called against Jake Schumann, his first. Preston's second here in the quarter. Ball out of bounds, baseline front court again for the Mustangs underneath their own basket. As Anderson tries to bring it in, gets it into Hunsaker in the corner. Back outside as Andrus tries to drive, puts it up. It's an air ball as the ball pulled down by Schumann. He'll bring the ball back up into the front court. Throws it off. Now it goes to Larson in the right corner. Tries to drive. His shot is short, taken down there by the Mustangs. Get it back to Arnell in the front court. Lay it up and in. Got it high off the glass around Case and Bryce and got the layup.
Yeah, Bryce was up high too, going vertical. The ref says no foul.
So Jones has it back up in the front court. 3:25 to play. Preston leads by 10, 28-18 here in the second quarter. Back out top to Larson. They give it back to Bryce. Snaps it back to Schumann. Bangs into a guy and gets tripped up accidentally. And be a foul here against the Mustangs, as it's called against Nicholas Dimitrov. Whistle for the foul.
Dimitrov, yeah.
As Hess comes back in, Parker Andrus leaves for the Mustangs as they try to lob it in, and it's intercepted by Anderson. Bad pass. Anderson drives in a reach-in foul, as it's Case and Bryce reaching in, tried to stop the drive to the basket. Gets a whistle for the foul. That's his first, and 3 now on the Indians with 3:14 to play here in the quarter.
Yeah, the Indians only 3 points so far, about 5 minutes into this quarter. But, Cruz Harris has been on the bench with 2 fouls the entire quarter. That certainly slowed them down a little offensively.
They lob it into Hunsaker. Comes back to Anderson in the corner. Get it down low to Hess. Hess on and down at the right block. Got way too deep and able to make the points. He has 11 and is 28-20. 3 minutes to play in the quarter, as Mountain Crest goes back to that 1-2-2 zone defense again. Bryce holds it, gives it back to Schumann, top of the key. Schumann wants to come back to Jones on the angle left. Now back to Larson. Give it back to Bryce as Preston will just kind of work and try to feel out a shot here. Jones wants to drive, gets cut off, double teamed in the corner, tries to force it inside. The double team takes the ball away as it comes back to Hunsaker. Hunsaker in the corner. A three-pointer there by Arnell. That's no good. As Dimikoff able to grab the rebound, and he gets fouled going back up.
So turnovers plaguing the Indians here in the second quarter. That time Jones got trapped in the corner, kind of in no man's land, and ended up having to make a tough pass that got picked off.
Coulter Moffitt back in as Case and Bryce will go back to the bench. Preston's out of fouls here in the quarter. They have 14 fouls with 2.5 to play. As Anderson driving high off the glass, won't go down. Knapp with the rebound, and Hess kind of grabbed him around the upper body and will draw the foul.
Good big man battle. Knapp on the boards.
First foul tonight on Hess. Just the second team foul against Mountain Crest here in the quarter.
See if the Indians can penetrate the zone any better this possession.
2:14 to play here in quarter number 2. Jones just kind of works his way across the top of that zone defense, goes down in the left corner to Larson. They'll bring it back out to Moffitt. Moffitt tries to go back down low, back to Larson. He'll shoot a three over the top, needs a bounce. Nope, goes off the top of the backboard and out of bounds. 1:57 left in the quarter, and the ball comes back to the Mustangs.
Yeah, the Indians, Dan, need to do a little crisper passing and crisper cutting. Find the open spots in that zone. Holding the ball in their hands a little too long as they're passing.
Arnell in the corner, down low to Dimikoff. To the cutting Hunsaker, who missed the layup. Comes back to Jones, back up in the front court. Larson will try another three. This one's off as well, as Schumann has the rebound. And coming across as Schumann and Knapp are both there right together, and Josh Arnell gets a call for the foul on the ball.
Yeah, that's what Coach Smith is saying to the ref right now. There were two of their guys there. How did we get a foul?
Yeah, which one did he foul? Comes in, back in the corner, back to Schumann. Schumann had it reached in, poked away, and they're going to say it was off Schumann and out of bounds.
Yeah, trying to dribble through some traffic there.
Good hands by Arnell to poke it away. Minute and a half to play here in the first half. 28-20, Preston leads. Anderson up into the front court. Holds it, gives it back to Hess, top of the key. Behind the back dribble, around Knapp, and he's fouled going to the basket. It's a shooting foul anyway, but that's the fifth team foul against the Indians. And they called that on Reggie Larson instead of Titan Knapp. I'll take that any day of the week.
Yeah, Larson's first.
Here's Hess at the free throw line, and Hess' first shot no good. Today's game brought to you by Puppy Steps Training. It's an 8-week board and train program designed to give your puppy a head start in life. Wouldn't you rather have a well-trained dog by your side? Call Puppy Steps Training to find out how. He makes the second free throw. It's 28-21. Hess with a dozen here in the first half. As Schumann has it, gives it back to Larson, now back to Schumann. Preston still just 3 points in the quarter. Jones has it at the free throw line, turns, 15-foot jumper, that's no good. That's poked away. Jones is able to chase it down. How was that not a foul? As it goes back to Larson in the corner, he elevates him along the baseline. That's no good. Moffitt has the rebound in a crowd, put it back up. That's no good. As Smith has it, and then he's fouled in the backcourt. How is that not a foul? And the guy coming down on Jones's back, not.
It was an interesting piece of refereeing that time down the floor for the Indians.
Foul's going to go on Titan Knapp. It'll be his second.
All that said, Dan, they got three pretty good looks at the basket. None of them went in, so they're still stuck at 3 for this quarter.
Luckily, Mountain Crest only has 8.
Yeah, right.
So it's 28-21. And Mason Smith going to the free throw line. He's a 50%er on the year, and the first one is good. Carson Winder will come back in. Titan Knapp will come back to the bench. Otto McBride back in for Mountain Crest. 41 seconds left in the quarter. The second free throw is no good as Schumann has the rebound. Gives it to Larson. He works his way back up into the front court to Jones. Free throw line extended left. Back to Larson. Now back to Jones. Give it back to Schumann. 29 seconds left in the quarter. 20 seconds on the shot clock as Larson able to hit the three. He's got 9. The lead is 9 with 17 seconds left in the quarter. Shot clock is off as the game clock runs down to 10. Smith, top of the key, being hassled there by Jones. Get it back over to Smith again. He gives it back to Hunsaker with 3, with 2. Tries to drive the baseline, got way too deep, and just threw it up out of nowhere. And it was an air ball that Hess couldn't control. So Preston wakes up at the end of the quarter. They only score 6 points in the quarter. They'll go off with a 9-point lead into halftime. 31-22 is the score as we go to our halftime break, as we'll take you to our Puppy Steps halftime report. That's on the way coming up. So make sure you stay with us here on the Preston Indian Basketball. This is a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian Basketball on the My Local Radio Sports Network. We'll be right back.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
Calling all cookie lovers. Crumble, the nation's fastest growing cookie company, has fresh new flavors weekly. Until Saturday, enjoy mouth-watering specialty flavors and warm chocolate chip cookies made fresh daily. Crumble is open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. weekdays, 8 a.m. to midnight on Friday and Saturday, and are closed on Sundays. Savor the flavors before they're gone. Order today.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
Step into a realm of beauty and sophistication at Day Mountain Ranch Home and Apothecary. Immerse yourself in the gentle radiance of our exquisite and popular candles, filling your home with captivating fragrances that embrace the senses. Bring refined tranquility into your home and elevate your connection to harmony through our exquisite decor, all while staying here in Franklin County. Elevate your living space with the allure of Day Mountain Ranch Home and Apothecary. Visit us today on 10th North Main Street in downtown Preston.
The Preston boys will welcome longtime rival the Twin Falls Bruins to Preston Gym on Tuesday night to open what will be another very busy week. That'll be followed by road games at Burley on Thursday and then at Blackfoot on Saturday nights. The Polar Bear pregame show gets started all 3 nights around 7 p.m. with a tip-off slated for 7:30. Preston Sports are brought to you by Bailey Beckstead Real Estate, Stokes Market True Value, Day Mountain Ranch, West Motors, Franklin County Medical Center, and S&T Electric. Catch the action on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on mylocalradio.com, your home for Preston Sports.
All right, welcome back here to the Puppy Steps Training halftime show. Lyle, when Dr. James Naismith drew up this fine game, I don't think that's the way he drew it up, to where Preston was outscored in the quarter 9-6.
No, that was a grind, but the Indians turned it over quite a bit and missed a lot of shots, but still come out with a 9-point lead at halftime, which I'm sure they're glad to have, with Cruz Harris sitting out the entire second quarter with foul trouble, and Knapp a lot of that quarter as well sitting out.
Have to figure out how to shoot the ball better over the top of their zone.
Yeah, for sure. They went to zone that whole second quarter, really gave the Indians a lot of trouble with it. And the Indians just have to move better without the ball and pass better.
Interesting display of gymnastics going on here at halftime as the cheerleaders are being tossed up in the air by, I think those are wrestlers, I'm not sure.
Yeah, being assisted there, and we're just hoping that no one gets hurt. That's the main goal here.
Absolutely. We'll come back and look at the halftime stats as we continue right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
If you haven't been to Woodward's Country Store lately, you are missing out. As proud supporters of Westside and Preston High School athletics, we're here to fuel your day and support our wonderful community. Fill up your tank, grab a delicious sandwich, and get everything you need for life's little adventures. Woodward's Country Store, where convenience meets quality and community spirit.
At Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, we aren't just protecting things with walls and wills, we're protecting people, because everything and everyone that is important to you is important to us. This is Brittany and Braden Smith, your local Farm Bureau agents, celebrating another wonderful year here in Franklin County as your trusted insurance advisors. Whether it's home, auto, life, commercial, or farm insurance, we are here for you. Give us a call at 208-852-2364 or just stop by our office at 33 South 1st East in Preston to see how we can make insurance simple for you.
Our coverage of Preston Lady Indians basketball continues next week with a pair of games. Wednesday night, the Lady Indians will open conference play when the Lady Thunder from Pocatello come to Preston Gym. Then on Friday night, it's another home game, this time against the Highland Lady Rams. The Polar Bear pregame show for both these games will start about 7 p.m. with the tip-off at 7:30. Preston Sports are brought to you by Bailey Beckstead Real Estate, Day Mountain Ranch, West Motors, Franklin County Medical Center, S&T Electric, and Stokes Market True Value. Catch the action on FM 105.5, AM 1340 KACH, and on mylocalradio.com, your home for Preston Sports.
All right, let's take a look at the halftime stats. As halftime stats, of course, tonight, as always, are brought to you by. And I can't find the card. We'll come back to it here in just a second when I can find the card.
We'll get there.
Only 4 Mountain Crest Mustangs able to tickle the twine in the first half, Lyle. Josh Arnell had 4, just 1 point for Mason Smith. 5 points for Joseph Hunsaker. And their leading scorer, Caden Hess, boy, he led the team in scoring in the first half with 12.
Yeah, good effort by Hess in that half for the Preston Indians, Dan. They go into halftime with a 31-22 lead. Cruz Harris had 6 points in that first half. He goes 3 for 3 from the floor, and then got those 2 fouls. Drew Jones has 5. He goes 1 for 3 on 2s and 1 for 3 on 3s. Titan Knapp goes 4 points. He goes 2 for 2 from the field. Jake Schumann with 7. He went 3 for 5 and 1 for 1 from the line. That's the only free throw attempted by the Indians in that first half, was on the and one by Jake Schumann. Reggie Larson with 9. He goes 0 for 2 on 2s and 3 for 7 on 3s. Coulter Moffitt, Carson Winder, Kason Bryce all played and did not score. They did attempt a couple shots. Overall, the Indians 9 out of 19 on 2-pointers, 4 for 11 on 3s, and just that 1 for 1 from the line. So I think we'll see a point of emphasis by the coaching staff. The guys drive the ball, make the refs blow the whistle, get some free throws.
Halftime numbers brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency at 208-852-2364. 31-22, Preston leads. This has been the Puppy Steps Trading Halftime Report. Second half coming up next.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
you looking to buy or sell a home but confused where to even begin the process? Come to the most trusted and longest established real estate group in Franklin County with Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team.
We've been a proud part of this community since 1979 when my dad, Scott Beckstead, began here in Preston. Since our founding, we've come to know the importance of honesty and promoting a community of giving back. Contact me, Bailey Beckstead, and our team at Beckstead Real Estate for all your real estate needs, buying, selling, or renting.
All right, you get a look at the scoreboard. Preston leading 31-22 as we start quarter number 3 here, Lyle, as Preston has some adjustments to make here in the second half.
Yeah, I think in the second half, assuming Mountain Crest stays in that zone, you'll see Cruz Harris patrolling the paint, trying to get the ball high post around free throw line where he can drive or pass and hopefully try to soften up that zone that way.
Third quarter brought to you by Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. They have all the parts you need to keep your car or truck running strong. You'll find them at 17 South State Street in Preston. And we mentioned that this is the last, the game coming up on Tuesday nights, the last home game for a while. Preston will take off on the road. They'll go to Burley, Blackfoot, Pocatello, and Century before coming home to face Blackfoot on January the 20th.
Yeah, Blackfoot, a really good team last year, went to the state tournament and had won some games last year. Lost their two big scorers, but, returned that pressure style of play. Those are always interesting games.
And then once they get back to that game against Blackfoot, back out on the road for games against Highland and Hillcrest. So here we go, start of quarter number 3 as Schumann, top of the key, wants to drive, goes around Hunsaker, throws it up, and that's no good. Gets his own rebound after Hess tapped it back outside. Larson down to Schumann, now they get it to Harris. Harris gets it back to Larson after he almost lost it on his hip, and then Larson's foul going to the basket.
So much better penetration into the paint. Paint touches that time, and they ultimately get a trip to the free throw line. Good successful first offensive possession there for the Indians.
Caden Hess called for the foul, as it'll be Reggie Larson at the line. First one for Reggie is good. Tonight's game brought to you by Franklin County Medical Center with the finest care that you'll find in all of the Cache Valley. As Larson steps up to the line to shoot the second. Second free throw is good again. So Larson makes them both as he has 11 here now in the game. Oops.
It's like
something happened to Hess. He's holding his left hand.
Or Knapp, rather, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a Knapp. Yeah, it was Knapp. As he goes off, I'm sure if he thumb or something. As Dave will go in and check on him. As right down the middle, it's Anderson. Gets his first 2 points of the game as he just flips it up in the air and it goes in. 33-24. We're about 45 seconds into quarter number 3. Schumann back across the top of the key to Jones. Back out top to Schumann again. On the left side, it goes to Larson. Now back to Schumann, top of the key. Crossover dribble. Almost ran over somebody. Got almost knocked down. Comes to Winder in the right corner. Now back to Harris again. Harris tries to drive baseline. Kick it back outside. Larson for 3. No good. Up high to grab the rebound is Hess as he'll hand it off to Arnell. To Anderson. Back up in the front court. A three-pointer by Hunsaker. That's no good. Crashing the boards hard. It comes to Hess. No. Tapped back out. And be able to pick up the loose ball is Arnell. And he's fouled trying to head back toward the basket.
Look at Schumann with the reach. Yeah.
Second on Schumann. First against the Indians here in the quarter. That's one team foul apiece. 33-24. Minute and a half gone here in quarter number 3. Anderson up into the front court. We'll give it back to Murray. Back to Hess. Tries to baseline. Gets cut off. As Winder able to grab the rebound. Ahead it comes to Harris. Lay it in and the foul.
Boy, that was
Hunsaker from behind with a silly foul.
Yeah, that was a really tough catch and finish by Harris. Kind of looked like a wide receiver catching a lollipop of a pass, running a poster out there. Then he lays it up and in without taking a dribble. Very athletic play there, Cruz Harris.
They called that on Hess? I thought they called that on Hunsaker. That's 3 on Hess.
Yeah, I didn't see Hess down there in that vicinity.
As Harris makes the free throw. I thought that was Hunsaker riding his hip all the way to the basket. Harris has 9. Preston's lead is a dozen again. 6:15 to play here in quarter number 3. Bounce pass in the corner. It comes there to Hunsaker. Drives the baseline. Nice move and gets a layup.
Yeah, the Preston defensive scheme, you don't want to give up that baseline drive. You want to force them up high, force them to the middle.
So Preston now without Knapp in the lineup as he went to the locker room. He comes back out now. He seems to be okay as he's heading back out. Going to come back out, and Jake Schumann able to pick up another deuce here for the Indians.
Yeah, Harris with a nice assist, kind of that pocket pass.
Turnaround jumper at the free throw line by Murray is no good as it comes off to Larson. Takes a bump there from Hess. Hess gives it off to Schumann in the paint. Throw it up, will not go down as Hess able to rip the rebound back down. Gives it to Hunsaker. Quickly up in the front court, back to Arnell. Three-pointer from the left side is no good as Larson has that rebound there for the Indians. He'll come back again the other way as Winder has it in the right corner, back outside to Jones. Back down low to Harris. Spins on Hess. Reverse layup on Hess is good.
Tough shot.
Boy, he got up there and he got the rim between him and Harris and used it perfectly as defense. 40-26. A 30-second timeout called here again by Mountain Crest with 5:06 to play. 40-26. We're back right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
Timeout brought to you by Magnolia Road. Ladies, don't forget, if you're looking for tops, bottoms, shoes, or accessories, it's Magnolia Road, 12 North State Street in Preston. 40-26. 14-point lead, biggest lead of the game for the Indians. As they get it back down, Arnell drives the baseline, kicks it back outside to Anderson. He tries to drive. He gets cut off as well. Back to Hunsaker, top of the key. As a little backdoor look, they give it to Murray. Reverse layup is in.
Yep. Just kind of lost Murray sneaking along the baseline there.
That's his first points of the game. Almost halfway through the quarter, Preston's lead is a dozen, 40-28. As, look out, Harris goes down inside. Oh, that's Larson.
Laying on his stomach in the middle of the paint saying, "You called me?" What?
Yes, it will be. It is on Reggie. And that is his second. 2 team fouls against both teams here in the third quarter. And with 4:25 left in the quarter, they bring it back up. Anderson, boy, little left-hand layup as he got an open walk to the hoop.
Yeah, nobody stopped ball there.
And now Jones wants a timeout. He's seen enough. Leads down to 10 again, 40-30 with 4:18 to play here in the quarter. Timeout once again brought to you by Magnolia Road. Check out their selections at 12 North State Street in Preston. We'll again be right back.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Magnolia Road is here to bring you the latest trends in women's fashion. We believe fashion should not only be stylish, but also comfortable and inclusive for every body type, with sizes small through 3X. We strongly believe in giving back to our community, and by supporting Magnolia Road, you are not only embracing fashion, but also supporting Preston and West Side activities. Our team is here to help you find that perfect outfit that suits your style and makes you feel confident. Visit Magnolia Road at our new location, 12 North State Street, Preston, Idaho.
KACH.
Well, Preston has the ball out of the timeout as their lead has shrunk now. Was 14 a couple of moments ago. It's down to 10. Harris double teamed on the block and taken away by Anderson. Anderson brings it back up in the front court, terminates the dribble, swings it off into the corner to Arnell, who brings it back up, free throw line extended right. Back to Hunsaker, lob it back down low to Demikoff with a layup.
Yeah, Mountain Crest found a matchup they liked, exploited it.
Lead down to 8 now again, 40-32. The lead was 9 at halftime.
Yep.
As Larson just outside the three-point arc, comes around the screen, gets cut off as he tries to drive baseline. Back outside to Knapp. Knapp will hand it to Jones with 3:25 left in the quarter. Drew, three-throw line extended left, takes a three and hits it.
Drew Jones, beautiful shot, dribbled right into it.
He has 8, the lead's 11. Back down low to Murray on the left block this time. He goes up and he's fouled. Winder was there, and I think Winder is going to get charged for it, and he will. His second, team's third. And the good news is Titan Knapp comes to the scorer's table to check back in. He'll come back in here in just a second. First one by Murray is good. Knapp comes back in, no bandages, nothing on his hands. So
yeah, I wonder. Yeah, I'm not sure if he just got hit wrong right on the bone and it went funny bone thing, or I'm not sure, but he's back in there now. The Indians, Dan, with Hess out of the game for Mountain Crest, the Indians could look to try to extend their lead here.
Murray's second free throw is no good. Knapp has the rebound, and he's fouled in the backcourt.
By my score sheet, Dan, that's 6 rebounds for Knapp already in the game.
Dimitrikov called for the foul, his second. Both teams now with 3 here in the third quarter. And Preston's lead is 10, 43-33, 3:02 to play here in the third quarter. As Schumann dribbles around Arnell, tries to drive baseline, then gets fouled going up.
I liked how Jake went up strong with both hands to finish that layup, forced the ref to blow the whistle.
Dimitrikov called for the foul. He gets a couple of fouls in just about 15 seconds off the clock and now has 3.
Schumann hits the first.
First one's good by Schumann as Hess comes back in. Stokes Market True Value helps bring you tonight's game with the freshest meat and produce you'll find in all of the Cache Valley. They're on State Street in Preston. As Schumann makes them both. He has 11, the lead back out to a dozen again. Anderson. Back to Hunsaker. In the corner, three-pointer there. That's good by Arnell.
Yeah, Cruz Harris is trying to fight around the screen to get to him. Coach Jones talking to Cruz on the way back down, so you just have to get through that screen. You got to get out there.
Lead down to 9 after the three-pointer as a pass comes to Hess. Now back to Jones again, a 3 of his own. That's no good. As Titan gets a pretty good bump inside. The rebound's off to Moffitt for his first 2 points of the game. As Chandler Smith wants to know how Knapp didn't get called for a foul on the rebound.
Yeah, he probably has a case. Usually a bump that causes a loss of possession, they will call a foul, but not that time.
Back to Murray. He tries to swing it back in low, down and low. Hess back in the game, can't get to it, and it goes out of bounds. 47-36, 2:04 to play here in quarter number 3 as Preston leads by 11. Third quarter brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, 17 South State Street in the city of Preston. As Schumann up into the front court. Comes around the screen set by Head. Good screen. All the way as Schumann able to get the layup. Schumann's got 13. That's one off his season high.
Yeah, he's being very aggressive offensively, hunting his shot, doing a great job of driving the ball.
Down low to Hess. And Hess fumbled it and sends Schumann, takes it away. Schumann back up the floor, back outside to Jones. Doesn't take the 3. Dribbles through the paint. Scoop shot in the lane. Needs a bounce, won't get it. As Knapp has the rebound, he gets tied up by Hess, and the ball's going to come back over to the Mustangs again.
I thought Drew was going to get that little scoop shot to go for him, just bounced out.
Schumann has 13 tonight. His season high was 14 in the season opener against Hillcrest.
Yeah, and he's done some damage from the line as well. 3 for 3 from the line to go with those field goals.
Larson comes back in. Jones is going to go to the bench. 1:20 to play here in the quarter. Anderson, top of the key. Holds it there. Murray pops out to get it. Backdoor look as Moffitt and I should say Arnell got kind of tied up. As Coulter Moffitt will draw the foul. That'll be his second. That's 4 team fouls now on each side in the quarter. So both sides out of fouls once again. Preston leads by 13. Got to get it in as they finally lob it in as it comes into Hunsaker out near the top of the key. Back to Anderson. Looks inside, comes to Hess on the block. Got double teamed. Anderson goes down the baseline, tapped out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Mustangs with 1:02 to play. 49-36. Again, the Mustangs have it in as they lob it into Arnell. He's able to go get it. Stands just outside the three-point ring. Swing it back over again to Hunsaker on the left side. Brings the ball to the free throw line. Give it back to Arnell. Tries to drive baseline, and a whistle and a foul. And that's going to be 5 fouls now against the Indians as Reggie Larson draws his third. And that's going to be in a pair of free throws here as Arnell's going to go back to the free throw line.
Yeah, Reggie got a little behind footwork-wise there, trying to catch up and block the shot. Gets called for the foul.
So here's Arnell for his first of 2, a 79%er on the year, and the first one is no good. Tonight's game brought to you by Naylor Insurance for home, health, life, and auto. Stop by and find out how much you can save at Naylor Insurance, 223 North State Street in Preston. And by West Motors, your only stop for new or used cars, both in Preston and in Logan. As Arnell makes the second, he has 8 points in the game, and it's 49-37. Preston leads by a dozen with 45 seconds left in the third quarter. As Schumann is fouled on a reach-in. That's going to be 5 fouls now on the Mustangs, and that'll be free throws for them as well.
Yeah, Schumann brought that all the way down the floor, dribbles at 70 feet with Arnell riding him the whole way, then finally call Arnell for the reach.
So Schumann's going to go back to the line, and he can go looking for a new season high here. As the first one is goes around like a motorcycle in a motordrome and stays in. That ties his season high with 14. 50-37. Second one short as he overcompensated for himself. It stays 50-37. 37 seconds left in the quarter. Anderson brings it up into the front court. To Arnell, now back to Anderson, top of the key. Back over on the right side, back to Anderson again. Skip pass, comes back to Hunsaker. Back to Anderson at top of the key. 16 seconds on the shot clock, about 7 seconds difference between the shot and the game. Anderson holds at top of the key. Shot clock down to 7. Back to Anderson as a skip pass comes over onto the left side. That's too long. Anderson gets his own rebound, goes high off the glass. No. Hess had it taken away by Harris, who lost the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, Harris had a steal, just couldn't quite hang on there.
5.3 left in the quarter. Preston leads by 13. 50-37.
Yeah, pack that paint. Give him nothing easy here off the inbound.
As it comes into Hunsaker and a foul on Moffitt as he was riding him a little bit too strong.
Yeah, Moffitt going for the steal, probably a little over-aggressive there.
That's 3 on Moffitt. And once again, it's going to send Hunsaker to the line to shoot 2 in the penalty, and the first one is good. Tonight's game brought to you by Evergreen Financial Partners. They are the ones to call when you're starting to plan your financial future, with offices here in Preston and in Pocatello now. As in the backcourt, Harris tried to dribble out of the backcourt and kind of lock feet with Hunsaker, and Hunsaker called for the foul. So that's going to be his second. That's going to give Harris a couple of free throws with 2.1 seconds left in the quarter.
So after only shooting 1 free throw in the first half, Dan, the Indians getting many more attempts from the line here. Harris hits that one.
Cruz makes the first. Remember, if you want to make contact with our friends at Evergreen, do it online. You can set up your appointment at evergreenfinancialpartners.net as Harris makes them both. He has 13 in the game. 2 seconds left. Anderson spins and throws it the length of the court, but it's going to be no good. Preston with a good quarter as they'll lead 52-38 as we make our way to quarter number 4 here this evening. We'll come back, we'll go to the fourth quarter after this on a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian basketball on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
So they get it in as it comes into Moffitt. Schumann for three from the corner. That's no good. As Hess has the rebound. Gives it back off. Up into the front court. Anderson will just kind of fumbled the ball over to Hunsaker. Finds his way to him. His pass through the key is knocked down by Moffitt. Picked up there by Knapp. Minute and 10 seconds gone here in quarter number 4. 52-38. Preston leads by 14. Schumann holds it top of the key. Brings it over to a free throw line extended right. Now gives it back to Jones at the top of the key. Jones double teamed there. Hess pops way out away from the basket. Jones shoots over the top. That's tipped there, no good. As it comes back off and back up into the front court. It comes back to Arnell looking for another three and hits it. Arnell's got 11. That's right on his season average, and Preston's lead is 11. 52-41.
Indians getting ready to come back with Larson and Harris on the next dead ball.
As Bryce has it in the corner, brings it back out to Jones. Jones, little shimmy shake move, now wants to drive down the right side, bounce it down low to Knapp again. Comes loose, picked up there by Dimitrikov. Quickly up the floor, back to Hess, stutter step, lay it in. Timeout called by the Indians. Hess has 14, and the timeout taken by Preston. It's 52-43, and this timeout brought to you by Magnolia Road, where you can go in and check out all their new selections. Available in most sizes, ladies. Magnolia Road, 12 North State Street in Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
In 1996, my father, Jay Moyle, started producing gourmet beef jerky in the foothills of Clifton, Idaho. Now, over 20 years later, Papa Jay's beef jerky is a staple of the Franklin County community. Family run since the beginning, the modern way of making jerky here at Papa Jay's is the old-fashioned way. Absolutely no shortcuts are taken in producing the finest quality and most delicious smoked meat you can find. Come over to Papa Jay's and bite into a tender, flavorful stick of Papa Jay's, and your view of jerky will never be the same. 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
Well, we have a second Lyle. I want to say hi to some folks listening in Thatcher, Arizona. Case and Bryce's grandparents listen to all of our games from down there.
Arizona or Wyoming?
In Arizona, Thatcher, Arizona.
Yeah.
So I want to say hi to them and welcome them, and we enjoy having them along with us for all of the games. As Schumann drives, runs into Hess, goes over Hess and lays it in. That's a new season high for Jake. He's got 16. And the lead back out to 11 again. Hess, jumper from straight away, needs a soft bounce and gets it. Hess also was 16 in the game. They're the leading scorers for both sides.
Last time out, Preston's 2 leading scorers on the season, Harris and Larson, back in the game. Let's see if they can get something going offensively here.
Jones back again to Schumann. Hess got a piece of that, and it's collected in there by Arnell, and then Arnell's fouled in the backcourt.
A little bit of a frustration reach by Schumann there.
Schumann draws his third. First foul for either side here in the fourth quarter as Titan Knapp goes to the bench, and Carson Winder will come back in. Here's Anderson back up into the front court. Looks down the right side, can't go there. He'll lob it in as it comes to Hess, who gets a pretty good shove from Winder. Back outside, the three-pointer's no good. Harris able to control the rebound, throw it off of Hess, and it goes out of bounds off of Hess.
Harris had nowhere else to go with it. Keeps possession there by throwing it off of Hess.
54-45. Preston's lead is 9. 4.5 to play here in quarter number 4. Schumann back to Jones. Holds it top of the key. Winder pops out. He receives the ball there from Jones. Also at the top of the key. Bounce pass comes to Schumann. Almost stolen away. Goes to Harris in the right corner. Drives through the paint and gets it to fall. That almost spun out as Harris now has 15. Arnell back outside as it comes back to Anderson. Down low, tried to get it to Hess, knocked away by Harris. As a little layup down low, that's no good. Hess with the rebound, hook shot no good. Whacked away by Winder, and it goes out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Mustangs.
Yeah, Winder giving up that size, just trying to tip it out as best he can.
Fourth quarter tonight's game brought to you by Papa J's Jerky in Clifton. I got some Papa J's for Christmas, able to try that for the first time, and you know what? It is as good as people say.
Oh, I love that jerky. Very good Christmas present.
Hess gets shoved in the back by Winder when he received the inbound pass. That's going to be 2 team fouls against the Indians as Winder draws the foul. That's going to be his third. Our stage manager, John Slaughter, got me that for Christmas. So thank you very much, sir.
Now the referee's having a discussion with Winder and Hess about all the pushing and shoving.
Yeah, they're getting a little physical. Now Hess lines up and wants to push Winder with 2 hands in the chest. Instead, kind of posts up on him as the inbound pass comes in, lobbed into Dimitrikov. Back to Arnell. Anderson has it. Lob it back inside, back to Dimitrikov on the right block this time. His little bank shot's no good as the rebound pulled down by Harris in the backcourt. Being harassed there by Dimitrikov. Now he gets double teamed as he gets to the timeline. Spin move, and now flips it over to Jones. 3:25 to play in the game. Back to Larson, now back to Jones. 56-45, Preston's lead is 11. Get it back to Jones. Free throw line extended right. Holds it up above his head. One bounce dribble. Now he'll pull it back out. Skip pass comes back over to Winder. Down the middle, drives. And kind of an artistic little flop, but no call as Anderson back up into the front court. And hustling from behind, it's Jones to knock it away.
Yeah, good hustle by Jones, and now Knapp will come back for Winder.
Winder did his job, just kind of kept Hess off the scoreboard as much as possible for the first part of the quarter. So Titan back in with 2:56 to play. Anderson looking, comes in, gives it to Arnell, a 3 from the left corner, no good. Long rebound is chased down by Dimitrikov, back to Hess. Hess goes over Jones. That's a mismatch and an easy layup. And a timeout called again here by the by the Mustangs from Mountain Crest, as that'll be a full timeout, as the lead now back down to 9 again, 56-47. Timeout brought to you by Magnolia Road. Ladies, don't forget to stop in and improve your look today at 12 North State Street in Preston. This is Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Group presentation of Preston Indian basketball on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
Whether you're an athlete looking to treat strained or sore muscles, a multitasking mom seeking balance, or just looking to boost your mood and nutrition, Butterfly Express is here for you. Experience the soothing scents and holistic benefits that cater to both your body and mind with our wide selection of essential oils, herbs, and supplements. And the best part is, unlike other big brand companies, Butterfly Express is affordable and local. Visit us in Clifton or explore our collection online at butterflyexpress.shop and use the promo code KACH10 for 10% off all regularly priced items. Quality doesn't have to be expensive. Butterfly Express Essential Oils.
With that last basket, Lyle, Hess now leads all scorers in the game with 18 for the Mustangs.
Yeah, he's a tough cover down there. Not particularly fancy with anything he does. He's just long, pretty good athlete, and just relentlessly does what he does around the basket.
That's right at his season average. He averages 17 a game coming in. Has had as many as 22 in a game. He's done that twice. Kind of strange to think back to last year's game. He only had 6 points in the game against Preston. Full court pressure by the Mustangs. As the Indians get it in, as it comes to Jones, up to Larson. Nice pass. They're up into the front court. As it comes to Harris on the right block. Down low, Knapp puts it up and in.
Good unselfish play, and Knapp cashes it in.
Titans got 6. Lead back to 11. 2:25 to play. Back outside, Hunsaker for 3. Too long. As the rebound comes off to Schumann. Schumann fakes the pass, gets everybody to turn and head down the floor, and now brings it up himself. Over in the left corner comes to Larson as a reach and deflected pass by Hunsaker, but a foul is going to go on Hunsaker.
Yeah, Larson's been quiet this half offensively. He thought about taking the 3 there, but I think said, hey, we're up 11 with 2:14 on the clock. Let's not take quick shots.
Preston has the ball. Larson to bring it in on the sideline, far side. Gives it to Jones. Jones brings it back across the top of the key. Now turns and goes back to where he came. Gives it off to Schumann. Schumann holds it out near the timeline. Down to 24 on the clock as Arnell reaches in and draws a foul. That's 3 on Arnell, and that's the second foul against Mountain Crest here in the quarter. With 2 minutes to play in the quarter, they still have a couple of fouls to give.
Yeah, so from that sense, not a horrible foul for Mountain Crest.
No, they need to start sending Preston to the free throw line, so expect some cheap fouls here coming up by the Mustangs just to put Preston in a bonus situation. As it comes to Harris, free throw line extended left. Harris faked the pass, wants to drive, gets Hess up in the air, doesn't shoot. Gives it off to Jones in the corner. He's double teamed. Back down to Knapp. Great pass before the layup.
Boy, I don't know how he saw the man, much less threaded the needle with the pass. Great pass.
That's 8 for Knapp. Look out as Jones gets run over, and it's going to be a block. So Drew Jones called for the foul. That's just his first. That's 3 on the Indians. I was about to say the Titan Knapp now with 8. That's a new season high for him as well.
Yeah, great outing. Like I said, I've got him with at least 6 rebounds as well.
He had 6 points in the game against Minico. Back over in the left corner. Back down low to Hess. Spins in the paint. Takes a couple of bumps from Knapp. Soft roll will not fall for him. And a whistle on the rebound. And it's going to stay down here, so the foul is going to go on Harris. And that's going to be 3 on Cruz. And that's foul number 4 on the Indians. And a timeout taken by Jones. 60-47 with 1:23 to play. Timeout brought to you by Magnolia Road, a 30-second timeout. Remember, ladies, stop in at Magnolia Road, 12 North State Street in Preston.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
North Star's Ultimate Outdoors is the best provider of power sport vehicles right here in downtown Preston. Vehicles and equipment from brand names that you know and trust, like Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. Stop in and let us get you ready for your next adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts, 777 North State Street, Preston.
North Star's Ultimate Outdoors helps bring you tonight's game. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors on State Street at the north end of the city of Preston. Preston's lead is 13 with 1:23 to play. Mountain Crest has the ball, baseline front court again. As they get it in, Arnell quickly has to pop a three, and that's an air ball, and it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, his feet weren't set. You could see his momentum was taking him away from the basket as he shot that.
Coulter Moffitt, Kaysen Bryce, and Carson Winder all back into the game as Harris, Knapp, and Schumann all leave. 1:20 to play. Comes into Jones. Press in the backcourt. Comes into Bryce. Bryce down the middle. Thought about challenging Hess, but instead he'll whip it back outside to Winder in the corner. He'll challenge Hess. It's too strong. Moffitt with the rebound and gets fouled by Hess going back up. Nope, they called it on Dimitrov. That'll be his fourth. Coulter Moffitt will now go to the line here for the Indians with just 2 points in the game here tonight. He'll shoot two, and the first one is good.
Good looking stroke, good arc on that one. Falls right in.
So he'll try the second. Try to extend the Indians' lead. He makes them both. Preston's lead is 15, 62-47, 1:05 to play here in regulation. Arnell up into the front court, comes around the screen set by Hess. Get it back to Hess on the pick and roll. Throws it up blindly over his head. Gets his own rebound again and able to put it back in. Hess now with 20 as it comes back to Jones back up in the front court. 45 seconds to play in the game. 62-49 as they try to chase the ball as it comes back to Larson. Now back to Jones. Back to Larson right in front of the Preston bench on the right wing. Now back to Jones. He'll swing it back over to Bryce. Bryce back to Winder at the free throw line. Shot clock down to 9. Larson flicks at a three. That's no good. Hess has the rebound. 20 seconds to play in the game as Preston's going to improve their record as they're going to go to 8-3 with one more home game to play before out on the road. As it's going to be a blocking foul down low as Hess tried to turn and he ran into Moffitt. And that's going to be 4 on Coulter.
Yeah, that was a close one. I guess the ref thought Moffitt had not established his defensive position yet. But
well, Caden Hess, who leads all scorers in the game with 20, will go back here and shoot a couple more free throws. First one is too long, no good. Tuesday night, January 2nd, we are back here against Twin Falls as Hess makes the second. Gives him a total of 21 in the game. Preston gets the ball in. As in the front court, they'll bring it. They don't have to shoot. 4 seconds left. Jones will just kind of run the clock out. Hess tries to take it away from him, where Preston will win it and improve their record as they will go to 8-3. Mountain Crest loses back-to-back games for the first time this year as their record also is now 8-3 on the year. 62-50 the final score, as we'll invite you to stay tuned. The Ralph's Construction postgame show will come up. We'll look at tonight's scores, talk about this game, maybe get a chance to talk to Coach Jones. Hopefully that'll all come up here on the postgame show. It's on the way next.
Today's game is brought to you by Beckstead Real Estate, the real estate experts for Franklin County and beyond. Day Mountain Ranch, relax, retreat, recharge. Crumble Cookies, bringing friends and family together over the world's best cookies. Magnolia Road, ladies, stop in and update your wardrobe today. Puppy Steps Training, Northern Utah and Southern Idaho's premier board and puppy training facility since 2011. Butterfly Express Essential Oils in Clifton, where quality doesn't have to be expensive. West Motors, your only stop for newer used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meat and produce in Preston. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. I Care for You, not just a name, but a commitment. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest, we have all the parts you need to keep your car running strong. Naylor Insurance, your local agent for home, health, life, and auto. North Stars Ultimate Outdoors, get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Stars Ultimate Outdoors in Preston. Evergreen Financial Partners, when planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston and now in Pocatello. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today. Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. And by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. Now, stay tuned. The Ralph's Construction Postgame Show is coming up next.
105.5 FM KACH.
I'm Dan Keller, Mayor of Preston, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Jay Butters with Alta Bank, and we are Preston Proud, Idaho Strong.
Hi, this is Lyle Fuller with the Fuller & Fuller Law Firm, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Larry Morrison with Evergreen Financial Partners. We are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
105.5 KACH. We're Preston Proud, Idaho Strong, serving Franklin County and beyond.
Discover your ultimate escape at Day Mountain Ranch. Come enjoy our upscale lodges, perfect for family reunions and corporate retreats. Unwind, bond, and make memories that last in one of our luxury cabins. Host your dream wedding on our secluded property, perfect with a captivating nature backdrop. Or join our gun club. Rent or bring your own firearms and master your skills in private classes or dynamic group sessions at our premier state-of-the-art private gun range up to 2,200 yards. Your outdoor adventure and retreat begins at Day Mountain Ranch, 77 South Spring Creek Road, Preston, Idaho. Reserve your spot now at dmrresort.com.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
The Preston boys will welcome longtime rival the Twin Falls Bruins to Preston Gym on Tuesday night to open what will be another very busy week. That'll be followed by road games at Burley on Thursday and then at Blackfoot on Saturday nights. The Polar Bear pregame show gets started all three nights around 7 p.m. with a tip-off slated for 7:30. Preston Sports are brought to you by Bailey Beckstead Real Estate, Stokes Market True Value, Day Mountain Ranch, West Motors, Franklin County Medical Center, and S&T Electric. Catch the action on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on mylocalradio.com, your home for Preston sports.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
It's time for the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap the just completed game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at what's ahead for the Preston teams. The postgame show is brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building quality designer homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. For more information, call 435-232-1837.
And welcome back here to Preston Gym, and welcome to the Ralph's Construction postgame show as the Indians come away with a victory tonight, 62-50, Lyle, but it was not easy as it sounds.
No, not at all. Mountain Crest really bottled up the Indians, especially in that second quarter, and then the Indians were able to come out and have a big third, build a little cushion. They had a 14-point lead going into the fourth, and then they end up winning by 12, so they kind of maintained that the whole fourth quarter. But Mountain Crest, boy, they make you work for everything you get, and that was certainly the case tonight.
They went zone in the second quarter, and that really threw Preston off their game as they only had 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, Cruz Harris set out that quarter, and then the Indians just got a little lackadaisical with their passes, and then shots weren't falling. All resulted in a tough quarter, but thankfully for the Indians, Mountain Crest only put up, 9 in that quarter themselves, so it wasn't a total disaster. But, yeah, coming into the game, I was thinking if Mountain Crest had their way, the game would be played in the 40s or 50s. Preston wants it in the 60s or even 70s, and Preston was able to prevail on that score by reaching 62 points tonight.
The one thing that's good about the Indians, when someone has an off night, the way Cruz did, as you mentioned, having to sit out the second quarter, there's always somebody there to step up, and that tonight was Jake Schumann, who stepped up with a big game.
Yeah, Schumann had an outstanding game, really looked for his shot aggressively all night, looked for the drive, and converted a lot of those. And also Titan Knapp came through with a fine offensive game as well, which was really helpful for the Indians. And overall, good balanced scoring again from the Indians. Larson with a little bit quieter night, but overall good balanced scoring.
62-50 the final. Preston wins it by 12. They're now 8-3 on the year and get ready to host Twin Falls coming up on Tuesday night. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll look at the scoring sheet, as we'll do that as we continue right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
And welcome back here to the Ralph's Construction postgame show. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Call for more information to 435-232-1837. Let's look at the stat sheet from the game, Lyle, brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency at 208-852-2364. For the Mountain Crest Mustangs, it was Joshua Arnell who finished the game with 11. That's just about his average, as he averaged 10.9 coming in. Rigdon Anderson finished the game with 4. Mason Smith had 1 free throw in the game. That was it, his total of 1. Nicholas Dimitrikov had 2 points in the game. It was 3 points for Jackson Murray. Another 20-point-plus performance for Caden Hess tonight as he finished with 21. And then Joseph Hunsaker finished with 8 points in the game. So they play a lot of guys, they dress a lot of guys, but really their offense really circles around 4, maybe 5 guys.
Yeah, and when Knapp was in the game tonight defending the post against Hess, he really made Hess work pretty hard for anything he got in there. And so Hess still had a great game, a good job defensively by the Indians overall to hold the Mustangs to 50 points. On the Preston scoring side, Dan, they were led tonight by Jake Schumann with those 18 points. He goes 7 for 10 from the field, 0 for 1 on threes, and 4 for 5 from the line. Cruz Harris, 15 tonight, ultra efficient, 6 for 6 on twos, 3 for 3 from the line. Didn't miss a shot all night, 15 for Cruz. Drew Jones has 7. He goes 1 for 5 on twos, 2 for 5 on threes. Titan Knapp records season high, I believe, 8 points. He goes 4 for 4, again, perfect from the field. I also had Titan with at least 6 rebounds tonight. And Jake Schumann I had with at least 5 rebounds to go along with his 18 points. Reggie Larson has 11. He goes 0 for 2 on twos, 3 for 9 on threes, and 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Coulter Moffitt came in off the bench, scored 4 points. He goes 1 for 3, 0 for 1, and 2 for 2 from the line. Carson Winder played. He went 0 for 3, did not score, but he gave I thought the Indians a lot of good minutes tonight with his hustle, his rebounding, and his defense on Hess. And Cason Bryce got in the game. He went 0 for 1, played but did not score. Overall, the Indians go 18 or 34 on twos, 5 for 16 on threes, and 11 for 12 from the line. So some really good free throw shooting by the Indians there to come out with a 62-50 win.
As coming out from the locker room to join us here for a couple of minutes here to talk about tonight's game, as we'll talk to the victorious coach. Tyler Jones joins us here on the postgame show. Congratulations.
Thank you. We'll take it.
That was a that was a scrap. They're tough.
Yeah, they're much improved. They're a tough matchup. Their size down low, that Hess kid, he's a good player. He gets it down there, he's going to score it, and he's strong and has good moves and good hands. So he's a good player, and their guards are quick and shoot it well and are scrappy. And no, they're a tough team. So we had a lot of ups and downs, a lot of really good moments, but then we had we kind of have the tendency, sometimes we get ahead, we play good, and then we have these lulls where we kind of get content or get a little sloppy and allow teams to hang around, and you play with fire when you do that. But we were able to, third quarter, get going again and hold on there.
What happened when they went to the press there in the second quarter? Seemed to really take you out of your game.
Yeah, the zone, sometimes we came out really pushing the ball that first quarter, and then they went that 1-2-2, and we kind of just got real stagnant, standing a lot, passed the ball in the perimeter, and didn't get a lot of movement. They stayed in the third quarter, and we were able to get the ball inside, and Cruz sat the whole second quarter too, which hurts us because he's kind of the guy we get it to down there. But we were able to get it inside there the third quarter, and then they got out of it. But
yeah, Jake Schumann tonight, I had him for 18 points, Coach, and I thought he was really aggressive with how he went to the basket, tried to draw fouls, and I thought that really helped you out tonight.
Yeah, and Jake's his length, his size, and his ability to get into the paint is huge for us. And tonight he had a great advantage in there, and he did a really good job. And that's what's tough is he can get to the rim and he can finish. And Reggie can shoot it, and Cruz is good around the basket and can attack. And then we get a little bit from everybody, and it's tough to guard them. So definitely some positives and some things to keep building on.
If you pick up a win tonight, you're now 8-3 on the year. As we talked about in the pregame show, this is where things really start to get tough. You get the tough part of the schedule, and still, of course, the 4 conference games still on coming up in front of you.
Yeah, momentum this time of year is big. You just you want to keep that going and that confidence level, and we have 3 games here next week going in, then we'll start league play. So we want to keep building. Tuesday will be home, and Twin they're really good. They struggled the first few games. Last week they took Pokey at home right to the wire and led most of that game, and they're big. They're, again, another team with 6'8", 6'6", 6'5", and that length is tough. Our guard, we're all 6'2", 6'3", but we don't have that,
right.
that muscle really. So it'll be a good test, that game, and then we go to Burley, which is never easy, and then Blackfoot. So a big week, and then Pokey Century coming up. So great crowd tonight too. It's filled up the place, and biggest crowd of the year, and we got to keep getting them out to support us, and they make a big difference.
As you get ready to run into this slate of road games, what are some things you guys emphasize as a staff to your players? People will say your defense should travel, your rebounding should travel. What are some things you guys talk about with the kids as you go into these road games?
Good point. Definitely defense and rebounding. Tonight our defense at times was not very good. We tried some zone here and there, and we stood a lot. So if you can defend and get physical, we got to be a little more physical. And then rebounds, we won by 4 tonight, but the second half they out-rebounded us. So just little things like that we got to be better on. The mentality, you got to get a good start on the road. It's tough to win on the road. So we got one more at home, then 4 in a row on the road. So big stretch coming up, and we're getting better. We're learning, and it's always fun to play the Cache Valley schools, and I think it makes us better.
Last thing I have for tonight is going to be coming into this game, and I wrote it in my notes. From Titan Knapp, we need production.
Yes.
And he really stepped up and played well tonight.
No, he did. He had 8 points, and he made some gimmies down there, but his defense, he got physical with Hess and rebounded well, and that's what we need Titan to do. He knows his role, and if he can get us some production down there and get some easy buckets, that's huge for us. He had at big times too, he had a couple big shots, and then I thought Jake was fantastic as well.
Yep, very good. Nice win. You win by 12 over a tough Mountain Crest team. I don't know what it is about that District 11 team or teams down there in Utah, but for whatever reason, they're just beating the snot out of each other this year.
They're gonna a lot of parity down there this year. I think all 6 teams you're gonna see beat each other, and it should be some really good games down there.
Yep, we appreciate your time.
Thank you, guys. Happy New Year, and we'll see you Tuesday night.
Yep, we'll be here. That's Coach Tyler Jones, victorious Tyler Jones, as his Indians pick up a 62-50 win here this evening over the Mountain Crest Mustangs. Take our last break. We'll come back, get some final thoughts from Lyle. We'll do that as we continue on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
When you think of a medical center's vital signs, you think of a monitor beeping. Today, Franklin County Medical Center is sharing a new set of vital signs. They're the vital signs of a growing hospital. Our new medical office building is now home to the care you depend on. You'll visit us here for primary, specialty, and walk-in care. Franklin County Medical Center has been a vital part of the region's healthcare since 1929, right in your neighborhood.
The greatest of life's moments can pass in the blink of an eye. Make sure you enjoy them with clear vision. The optometrists at Eye Care for You have been serving patients in Cache Valley and Preston for 43 years. As a full-service optical store, you'll find glasses, contacts, and professional eye health and vision exams. Doctors Philip Cromwell, Jeff Cromwell, and Lance Henderson are committed to providing you with professional care for your vision. Call today to schedule an appointment in Preston or Logan. Eye Care for You, not just a name, but a commitment.
All right, welcome back here to the postgame show. The Ralph's Construction postgame show as the Indians win by 12. Before we say goodnight, Lyle, let's get a final thought or two out of you.
Yeah, I really like the last 2 games here by Preston, beating Logan and then Mountain Crest here at home. I thought the Indians, again, grew up a little bit again tonight. They got that lead and managed to maintain it throughout the 4th quarter. And I thought they handled the physical nature of the Mountain Crest defense really pretty well tonight. Nobody fouled out, and they battled really well. Even though they didn't shoot the ball particularly well, only 5 for 16 on threes tonight, so it wasn't that they scorched the net from the outside, but they found a way to hit 62, which is kind of around their season average for the season, and come out with a nice win here. Now, boy, it doesn't get any easier, as you just talked about with Coach Jones, in terms of the schedule up ahead, and so good momentum builder here.
Yeah, we mentioned it earlier in the broadcast, in case you didn't hear, because you got Twin Falls coming up on Tuesday, and then for the Indians, the schedule really gets tough coming up as I'm trying to find the front page of my notes here, as they'll go to Burley, they'll go to Blackfoot, Then they have a game against Pocatello and a game against Century before coming home to face Blackfoot, and then go back out on the road to go to Highland and Hillcrest. So a tough stretch of games coming up here for the Indians that's really going to be make or break for a season. This is usually what it comes down to.
Yeah, and with the 3-team district again this year, each district game is just so critical. I mean, all these out-of-district games are great, and they help build your team, but in terms of jockeying for the goal of going to state, it comes down to Century and Pokey, and Pokey, I believe I saw in the last coach's poll, was ranked number 1 even ahead of Hillcrest.
Yes.
And so it doesn't get easier to go through Pokey again this year.
Pokey's 8-2. Hillcrest has only played 6 games, and they're 3-3.
Yeah.
So Pocatello did move up to the number 1 spot this week.
We know they're both really good.
Yes.
We'll see them both here.
And we're gonna face them, and we're gonna have to take them on head on. Thank you for being here tonight, and we'll see you again on Tuesday.
Thank you, and Happy New Year.
And Happy New Year to you. That's Lyle Fuller, who's with us here on the broadcast tonight as the Indians get right back to work in the new year. As we mentioned a couple of times, as Twin Falls will be here on January 2nd. That comes up on Tuesday night. Preston has beaten Twin Falls in 7 straight games as they get together for this game, for their only meeting of this season. The Polar Bear pregame show on Tuesday night gets started just after 7 p.m. with the tip-off at 7:30. That'll wrap up our coverage for tonight. The executive producer of KACH Radio Sports is Val Cook. Our associate producer is Cody Olson. Our studio coordinator tonight has been John Beverly, and our stage manager here at Preston Gym has been John Slaughter. As a reminder of the final score, Preston wins at 62-50. For Lyle Fuller, I'm Dan Hubbard saying thanks for joining us on this Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian basketball here on KACH and on the My Local Radio Sports Network. Have a great New Year, everybody, and we'll talk to you on Tuesday from here at Preston Gym.
Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.